Hey guys, welcome to Morning Glory Farmstead. My name is Lolly and today is a very rainy day, so I'm on my front porch and I'm going to take advantage of this time and do an overview for you of the GreenStalk Vertical Planter. Guys, almost anybody can use these vertical planters. They are for people who have farmsteads, homesteads, apartments, a house. It doesn't matter. As long as you can get 4 to 6 hours of full sunlight, you are good to go. Now, this is great for people who have physical limitations. If you've got problems with your back, with your knees, or maybe you just don't have the stamina to do a full-blown garden outside, this is a perfect option for you. I am a little bit under 5'5", so I'm not a tall person. That can help you gauge how high up this goes, but these actually come apart. So you can have a 2-tier, a 3-tier. You can take them all apart if you want them low to the ground. But the point is you can cater this to whatever you need. I think they sell them in 3, 5, and 7. And then you just have to buy the base that you want. Now it comes with wheels and it also comes with this option, okay? Which is fantastic because when you go out to pick your vegetables off of here, you can just stand here and turn it and get whatever you need. So one of the things that makes this GreenStalk Vertical Planter so special is the patented watering system, okay? So it's made to put water in the top up here, and as long as your platform that it's on is even, that water is going to disseminate throughout these tiers all the way to the bottom, and it's going to get all of your plants watered evenly. Now, if you have your planter on a surface that is angled or slanted at all, you want to fix that. Otherwise, you're going to have certain parts of your GreenStalk that are watered more than others. So you can put a tile under it, a little piece of wood, or I have one that happens to be at an angle on my patio. And so what I do is not only can I use this, but then if I see that some of my leaves are a little dry in a certain area, I will actually just take the hose on the shower setting and go ahead and spray that just to make sure that it looks like it's got enough water. These come in a variety of colors, which is fantastic. So there's this color, there's the terracotta, there's the green, and they also have the black, which is absolutely beautiful. The only thing I would say keep in mind is that if you get the black one, that's going to attract a lot of heat. And these already dry out faster than a garden that's in the ground, okay? So you'll have to make sure that these are watered fairly frequently, and you just want to check the soil periodically each day. So I come out here and I stick my finger in there at least to like the first knuckle. If it's feeling pretty moist, then I don't worry about it. But you can also tell, you'll know your plants, and when the leaves start drooping a little bit or anything looks a little funny, you'll know it's time to water. Now this right here is a support, and I have them for every tier. I just didn't put them on for the demo today. But these are to help your plants that have vining or they have limbs that get a little bit too long. You've got some heavier hanging vegetables. So this is fantastic. They're easy to put together. You just piece them together and just put it all around. They kind of snap in each little section here, okay? Now on the top, I have a little bit of difficulty sometimes with them staying put like they should, but they're really easy to put back in. Now down here, that's a different story because you've got the weight of the soil and everything sitting on top of it, so they stay in much better down here. You want to be a little bit strategic when you're planting, okay? So if you've got something that's super tall that's going to grow way up here, you're going to have to find another way to support it up high, okay? So just be strategic. Maybe you need to put some of the taller things a little bit farther down. You know, I was a little bit concerned when I was using mine that some of the foliage and the different leaves and things would keep other things from growing, but actually that didn't happen. Everything grew really well, and I'm going to show you some awesome footage after this demo so that you can see what did really well in my GreenStalks this year. So once you pour your water in the top, it's actually going to go into a little tray that's in between each level, and I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now. All right, so these are what the trays look like. You can see they come out very easily and they sit right on top of that, okay? So that water is going to drizzle through from the top container that I showed you, and there's actually little holes all the way around, okay? There's like 5 or 6 of them, and that's where the water is going to go through. So just make sure, like mine's a little bit dirty, you just want to make sure that the holes don't actually get clogged up or that water is not going to drain very well at all. You will have to purchase a base for the planter, and they have a couple different options. And the one that I chose has the wheels so that I can roll it around, and also the one that spins, because that just makes it so much easier for me to come out and harvest my vegetables. All right, so let me take you down to the bottom so you can see the base. All right, so my planter got rolled out here for this demo, and you can see it's got some dirt on it and things like that. So just ignore that. They're gonna get dirty once they're used. All right, I don't know if you can see this little hole, but that's where the extra water drains out the bottom, okay? And then also they come with a little foot-long hose that you can attach right there, and it can kind of drain the water out a little bit. But I don't use that because it's on my patio, and I don't care if anything gets wet. But you can just stick that on here, all right? And so that little tube is gonna drain it farther out. So maybe you wanna drain it off the deck or something like that. You don't want the area to be wet all the time. Then that's the perfect answer, okay? I don't even use it because it's on my patio, and all my other green stalks that I have right now are getting rained on the patio, so no big deal for me. I've got 5 of them. This is the only one that I didn't get planted, and I'm going to be planting something in this one in the next couple days. So you can see my base here since I have the one that spins, okay? And obviously I don't have to come down here to spin it. You just can move this. You can even grab the supports and turn it. That works great. The other thing I want to show you is when you get the ones with the wheels, there's a little brake. Just put it down and then put it back up when you're ready to move it. Now, if you try to move it and the brakes are on, be careful because the thing might topple over. And I've had that happen one time. Lesson learned. Now, the GreenStalk planter comes in the original and the leaf planter. So the leaf planter, which is what this one is, let me show you. Okay, so these are the pockets, and this is the leaf planter. So the leaf planter has more shallow pockets, and then the original version, they come down a little bit longer. There's actually quite the variety that you can grow in these, and when you make your purchase, they're gonna send you information. It's a little booklet that tells you what grows best in the leaf planter and what grows best in the original, and it's kind of based on, you know, how big are these and how deep are the roots and things like that. So you'll want to follow that, and also it'll tell you whether you should plant 3 little seeds in each pocket or 1 seed and that kind of thing. I was really surprised at the variety of what I could grow, and I didn't even grow everything that they said that you could, but I feel like I grew a lot. I actually have a whole original planter full of sweet potatoes right now, and I have no idea how they're going to come out because I didn't use sandy soil. I used potting mix and did them just like I did everything else. So I can't wait to see what they look like. They could be like little marbles or new potatoes. I have no idea what I'm gonna get, but I'm really excited. A whole planter, you guys, full of sweet potatoes. Another useful accessory that you can get for these is they have covers. So they have some that are for bugs, and then they also have some for in the winter to protect from the frost. So those are great. When you guys are first putting these together, make sure that you kind of know where you want to put them before you water them. Once you add the water, they get much heavier and they're really hard to roll around until that dries out some, unless you have a really strong person that can help you. Okay guys, there's one more thing I want to talk about before we get into the footage of all the things that I grew this past season, and that is the soil. Now this is strictly based off of my own experience and everything that I read, but I know that people have different formulas for what they put in their soil and what they mix up and things like that. For me personally, I did 2 things. I learned that you should use potting mix, okay? There was a couple times I couldn't find the organic potting mix, and so I also used potting soil. I have no idea what the difference is, but they both said potting. So potting mix and potting soil. If there's a difference, go with the potting mix, but I don't know. And in addition to the potting mix, I used worm castings. Now I know people put a lot of other things in their soil depending on what the particular food is, but for me, I wanted to do an experiment to see how easy is it really to grow in these, because I'm super busy and I couldn't handle anything high maintenance. And so you can judge for yourself when you see the pictures what you think about how my food did. A lot of people also add amendments after their plants have been growing for a little while. I didn't do that either. I just made sure that they had plenty of sun and plenty of water, because again, I wanted to kind of do an experiment and see how they did. So do your research, do what you think is best for you. Just remember to use the potting mix. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this overview. I'm gonna leave you with some footage now of the things that I grew over this past season. Leave some comments below, tell me what you think, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.